Landing in Almaty, the gateway to Kazakhstan. This country is the 9th largest in the world, yet so few travelers truly know it. It's a land of sweeping steppe, towering mountains, and a blend of traditions shaped by nomadic history and the Silk Road. From the airport, the ride into the city feels like a transition, from wide open landscapes to streets alive with energy. Almaty was once the capital, and today it's still the cultural heart, where Soviet-era charm meets modern life. And what better way to start than with food? Kazakh hospitality is famous, and the cuisine reflects it. Hearty, flavorful, built for sharing. On my first stop, I'm heading straight to a local restaurant to taste the flavors of this country.
Side to side, then front to back. I love it when you do it like that.
As we journey across these vast lands, the horizon stretches endlessly, blending earth and sky into one breathtaking view. The open plains seem to go on forever, a reminder of the country's boundless spirit and untamed beauty. Each mile forward reveals a new scene, wild, pure, and deeply alive. The landscape here changes with every kilometer. Rolling hills and golden meadows gradually give way to rugged mountain ridges crowned with snow. The air is crisp and carries the scent of wildflowers and pine, a reminder of the untouched beauty that makes Kazakhstan so unique. Along this journey, you'll notice not just nature's artistry, but also the cultural tapestry. Small roadside villages, yurts resting peacefully against the horizon, and shepherds guiding their flocks across the steppe. These are living connections to a nomadic heritage, a way of life that continues to thrive despite the march of time. As we drive deeper into these mountains, the scenery becomes even more breathtaking, a silent invitation to explore further, to uncover the secrets this remarkable country holds. Along the way, we stopped by a small bee farm nestled between the hills, where a clear river flows gently nearby. The air is sweet with the scent of wildflowers, and the soft hum of bees blends with the sound of water. Beekeeping here isn't just work, it's a tradition that flows as naturally as the river itself. Now the journey takes a thrilling turn as we hop into a rugged limousine built for the hills ahead. As we make our way up the hills, and surprisingly, our limousine handles the climb better than most cars around us. Every turn opens to sweeping views of the mountains, their peaks brushing against the clouds. The sound of gravel beneath the tires and the cool mountain breeze remind us that we're deep in the wild heart of Kazakhstan. Streams cut across the rocky trail and splashes of clear water glisten under the sun. Each bump and turn feels like part of the adventure. a reminder that beauty here must be earned. Surrounded by towering peaks and the rhythm of rushing rivers, the road to Kaindy Lake promises both challenge and wonder at every mile. And finally, we arrive at the breathtaking Kaindy Lake, a hidden gem tucked high in the mountains of Kazakhstan. From above, the view is absolutely stunning. A mirror of turquoise water surrounded by dense pine forests and sharp limestone cliffs. Rising from the depths, the tall, bare trunks of submerged trees create an otherworldly scene, silent and mesmerizing. Formed after an earthquake over a century ago, this lake stands as nature's masterpiece, a reminder of how beauty can emerge from change. Standing here, it's impossible not to feel awe, as if time itself slows to admire the view with you. Here at Kaindy Lake, the air feels still, filled with a gentle calm. Mist drifts softly above the water, and the surrounding forest glows with deep shades of green. The surface shimmers quietly, as if the lake is holding its own secret, inviting us to simply pause and take it all in. As we make our way down the lake, the path leads us beside a tranquil river where horses graze peacefully along its banks. Their graceful presence adds life to the scene, blending perfectly with the surrounding wilderness. In this part of Kazakhstan, horses are not just animals, but symbols of freedom and tradition, carrying stories of nomadic life across generations. As we travel toward Cuisine Lake, the road winds through stunning landscapes, rolling hills, crystal-clear streams, and vibrant patches of wildflowers. The air is filled with the scent of pine and fresh earth, inviting us deeper into nature's embrace. Along the way, clusters of traditional yurt houses appear, resting quietly beside the hills, a living reminder of Kazakhstan's nomadic heritage. Our adventure continues as we walk down a scenic path toward Cuisine Lake, about 1.5 kilometers ahead. The trail unfolds as a wide, gentle road, lined with tall pines and bright wildflowers. Sunlight spills across the path, casting shifting patterns of light and shadow on the earth. The air is crisp and fresh, scented with pine and mountain grass, and the soft rustle of leaves surrounds us. Along the way, the landscape opens to reveal glimpses of turquoise water far below, framed by rugged mountains. At the end of this peaceful journey awaits a wooden platform, the perfect spot to pause, breathe, and take in the serene beauty of Cuisine Lake. Today, we arrive at the last adventure of our journey, one of Kazakhstan's most extraordinary natural wonders, Charyn Canyon. Stretching for over 80 kilometers, this vast landscape is a masterpiece carved by time. As we walk deeper, every step brings us closer to a story written in stone, shaped by millions of years of nature's artistry. Walking through Charyn Canyon feels like stepping into a living museum carved by time. For millions of years, wind and water have shaped these towering sandstone walls, creating formations that seem almost otherworldly. The canyon stretches for over 80 kilometers, often called the Grand Canyon of Central Asia for its breathtaking scale and beauty. Today, walking through Charyn Canyon is more than a hike. It's a journey through time, where every step reveals a new chapter of the Earth story. Walking through Almaty's botanical garden feels like stepping into a peaceful sanctuary. Swans glide gracefully across serene ponds, while locals stroll with smiles, enjoying the calm. Established over a century ago, this garden preserves both rare plants and a piece of Almaty's history. The pond, where koi fish swim with gentle elegance, their bright colors shimmering beneath the water, creating a serene and enchanting scene within the garden. My daughter strolls through a spiral of blooming flowers, her steps filled with wonder, her laughter blending with the gentle sway of petals, a perfect moment where nature and imagination meet. Our journey now takes us toward Ayusai Gorge, one of Almaty's hidden treasures. Nestled in the foothills of the Trans-Ili Alatau Mountains, this gorge has long been a place of connection between nature and culture. For centuries, nomads and travelers have followed these paths, finding both shelter and inspiration in its streams and forests. As we travel deeper, the road winds through lush greenery and rocky ridges, the air carrying the scent of pine and wild herbs. Each turn reveals a new scene, as if the gorge itself is telling the story of generations who have walked here before. We pass a small dam with a deep history. Built to protect Almaty from dangerous mudslides, this project began after a massive avalanche in 1963 that caused great loss of life. Today, the dam stands as both a safety measure and a reminder of the region's resilience, blending engineering with the beauty of the surrounding mountains. As we arrive at Ayusai Gorge, the scene unfolds like a hidden masterpiece. Towering cliffs rise on either side, their faces carved by centuries of wind and water. Crystal clear streams flow gently through the valley, their waters reflecting the vibrant green of surrounding forests. This place is more than just a natural wonder. It is a living chapter of Kazakhstan's history, where nature and tradition meet in perfect harmony. Standing here, you feel the same awe that has drawn travelers to Ayusai for generations. Our walk begins at Ayusai Gorge, a place steeped in history. For centuries, it has served as a natural route for nomads and travelers, offering shelter and passage through the mountains. Every step here echoes the stories of those who came before. Wandering through Ayusai Gorge is like walking through a living chapter of history. For centuries, this gorge has been a natural route for nomads, shepherds, and travelers, linking communities across the Trans-Ili Alatau Mountains. It offered shelter and guidance, its streams and paths sustaining life in this rugged landscape. In the past, Ayusai was a resting place for caravans and a passage for trade, carrying not only goods, but stories of generations.
Today, every step we take here connects us to those who journeyed before, reminding us that this gorge is more than nature. It is a heritage carved by time.
Our journey continues to Shymbulak Ski Resort, one of Almaty's most famous mountain destinations, nestled high in the Medu Valley. Shymbulak first gained popularity in the 1950s when local skiers discovered its perfect slopes. Since then, it has grown into Kazakhstan's premier ski resort, attracting visitors from around the world. As we reach Shymbulak, the air turns crisp and refreshing. The resort feels alive with energy. It's easy to see why Shymbulak Ski Resort has become a symbol of Almaty's mountain spirit. The cable car to Shymbulak has 3 stations, starting at Medeyu, then rising through Shymbulak Base, and finally reaching Talgar Pass at around 3,200 meters. It's a simple ride, but each stop reveals more of the mountain's beauty. As the cable car glides above Almaty, the city fades into a soft haze below. The landscape opens wide, winding roads turn into rolling slopes, and pine-covered hills stretch toward the clouds. We are on our way to Shymbulak, one of Kazakhstan's most beloved mountain escapes. Resting high in the Trans-Ilialatau range, this resort offers not just adventure, but a glimpse into the soul of the Kazakh highlands. Shymbulak's journey began in the 1950s when a few passionate skiers stumbled upon this pristine valley. By 1954, the first ski base was built, attracting both locals and athletes from across the Soviet Union. Its long, sweeping trails and crisp mountain air quickly earned it a reputation as one of the finest ski destinations in Central Asia, a place where sport and nature come together in perfect balance. Today, Shymbulak stands as a 4-season retreat. In winter, its slopes shimmer with snow and laughter. In summer, the trails invite explorers, cyclists, and dreamers alike. Cafes and lodges dot the mountainside, where visitors pause to warm their hands with tea and take in the crisp alpine breeze. For many Kazakh families, coming here isn't just a getaway. It's a tradition, a celebration of life among the mountains that have guarded Almaty for centuries. As the cable car glides, a cluster of charming mountain houses comes into view near the Shymbulak base. These homes, built in traditional alpine style, reflect both Kazakh warmth and European influence. Many belong to families who've lived here for generations, welcoming visitors with true mountain hospitality. At the base of Shymbulak, the mountains greet us with a cool, invigorating breeze. Towering peaks stand like silent guardians, their ridges brushed with snow and sunlight. A warm cup of coffee balances the alpine chill, turning the cold into comfort. Time seems to slow here. Every breath, every view feels like an invitation to pause before the adventure climbs higher into this alpine wonderland. Locals often come here simply to breathe in the mountain air.
sip hot tea, and enjoy the view of the majestic Tian Shan, whose name means celestial mountains. In Kazakh culture, mountains are considered sacred, a symbol of strength and endurance.
As we continue upward, you might be surprised at how close wilderness and city life are here. But behind the slopes lies a fascinating story. These mountains were first explored by Almaty's young skiers back in the late 1940s. With just homemade skis and boundless enthusiasm, they discovered snow so perfect it soon became legendary. By 1954, Shymbulak hosted its first official competition, marking the start of its journey into sporting history.
During the Soviet era, this resort became one of the most important training grounds for athletes across Central Asia. Generations of skiers honed their skills here, turning Shymbulak into a symbol of perseverance and progress. And even as decades passed, the spirit of discovery remained. From small wooden huts and simple slopes, the resort grew into a world-class destination with state-of-the-art lifts and trails.
Then front to back. I love it when you do it like that. Don't give it to me.
Today, as the cable car carries us higher, it's easy to imagine the athletes and pioneers who once carved these same paths. Their legacy lingers in the crisp air, reminding every traveler that Shymbulak is more than a resort. It's a living monument to Kazakhstan's alpine history.
We're moving to the beat, just you and me. We're generating heat, and if
The ski season here lasts for nearly 180 days, making it a paradise for snow lovers. Families, professionals, and first-timers all share the slopes, with over 20 kilometers of runs to choose from. And for those who don't ski, there's just as much joy in sipping hot cocoa, riding snowmobiles, or taking in the views from the terrace cafes.
don't give it to me.
The snow season at Shymbulak lasts almost half the year, giving it some of the best powder conditions outside of Europe. It's not unusual to find both professional athletes and families learning side by side, sharing the same slopes with laughter echoing through the mountain air. Did you know the cable car stretches almost 5 kilometers? It's one of the longest in Central Asia. And as it carries us higher, the panorama of Almaty disappears into a sea of peaks. At nearly 3,200 meters above sea level, the air is thinner, but the views stretch for miles. On a clear day, you can even spot Kyrgyzstan across the ridges. So as the cable car almost reaches the summit, it's not just about the snowy peaks, it's about the fun, the history, and the sense of discovery that make Shymbulak unforgettable. Reaching the summit, the view speaks for itself. Endless white ridges fading into the horizon, and on clear days, even glimpses into neighboring Kyrgyzstan. It's a reminder that these mountains have always been a crossroads of culture and history, from Silk Road traders to modern-day travelers like us. Shymbulak is not just a ski resort. It's a living bridge between Kazakhstan's past and present, framed by the timeless beauty of the Celestial Mountains. Once you get to the top, visitors have all kinds of options. Skiing down expert trails, trying beginner slopes for the first time, or just standing in awe at the panoramic views. Families love the summit for the photo opportunities, kids pointing out distant peaks,
transparent, capturing the perfect snowy backdrop. And for food lovers, there are cozy cafes where you can enjoy hot chocolate or even sample traditional Kazakh dishes like beshbarmak and bauersaks. Here at the summit of Shymbulak, it's time to just let go and enjoy the moment. The snow is soft under our boots, perfect for a little snowball fight, or just sinking in and feeling the crisp powder. Every step reveals a new angle of the mountains, and the panoramic view is simply breathtaking. Endless ridges and valleys stretching as far as the eye can see. In moments like this, it doesn't matter how far you traveled or what the day held. It's all about the snow under your feet, the fresh air in your lungs, and the feeling of being truly alive in the heart of Kazakhstan. As we glide back down from the summit, the snowy peaks slowly fade behind us, and the cozy houses near Shymbulak base come into view. After a full day of adventure, we're feeling a little tired, so it's nice to just lean back, relax, and let the cable car carry us gently downward. It's the perfect moment to rest, take in the view, and reflect on a day well spent in these breathtaking mountains. In the heart of Almaty stands the Ascension Cathedral, one of the city's most iconic landmarks. Its golden domes and vibrant walls rise gracefully above the trees, a true gem of Russian Orthodox architecture. Built entirely without nails, this masterpiece has stood strong for over a century, a symbol of Almaty's enduring faith and artistry. Here in Panfilov Guardsman Park, the heart of Almaty comes alive with both history and everyday joy. As pigeons flutter playfully around, it's easy to forget that this peaceful place once stood as a solemn tribute to Kazakhstan's heroes. The park is named after the 28 Panfilov Guardsmen, brave soldiers who defended Moscow during World War II and became symbols of courage and unity. The pigeons here are more than just friendly. They're part of the park's charm. Locals say these birds have been gathering here for decades, becoming a small tradition of their own. People often bring seeds to feed them, and the pigeons have grown so accustomed to visitors that they'll gently land right beside you. In Kazakh culture, pigeons symbolize peace and kindness, a fitting presence in a park dedicated to heroes. Watching them flutter freely among the trees, it's as if the park itself breathes a quiet message of harmony and hope. As we look back on every mountain road, quiet village, and smile that made this journey unforgettable. From the crystal lakes of the highlands to the peaceful parks of Almaty, this land has shared its beauty, culture, and warmth in every moment. Traveling here isn't just about the places you see, it's about the stories you feel and the people who make you feel at home. See you next time as our adventure continues beyond the mountains of Kazakhstan.